God, tender, love, and care. Welcome, everyone. I am God TLC, and you are joining today's program, today's show. I'm very happy to have you all here. Now, we have a little bit of a new setup. Take a in a moment to appreciate. As you all know, I am the host of Tech That Builds Wealth, the podcast where I help you earn money. But this isn't that. This is God TLC and chill. Finally got a little piece of the studio back, everyone. Just a sliver. We're still under construction. And without further ado, on Got TLC and Chill, I want to open up the panel today. There is going to be some conversation, some reflection, dialogue. Make sure you type your responses in the chat. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel. I hope that you can hear me loud and clear from every single angle. Welcome. Hello, everyone. Got TLC and Chill. As you all know, pristine sound quality, soundproof lighting, monitors, everything. So we're still in the construction. Don't get me wrong. There's still a lot of work to be done, but I was able to pretty much it's like it's not the spaceship, right? The spaceship is like when it's with the finished product. It's a pod. We're in a pod right now. Do you understand what I'm saying? And before the flash flood, before the tornadoes and the severe weather affected our studio, we were in a very great size spaceship, right? And all of that affected us, and we're rebuilding. We're building from scratch again, from zero. And even though everything's not ready yet and set up, we are in the pod. And I've been streaming from the lounge, our God TLC lounge, streaming from our God TLC Animal Rescue site and various different areas. Our God TLC, I call it a terrestrial spaceship, etc. Many different venues. You've seen different angles, different quality, different sounds. And I wanted you to know that I've been working very, very hard just to get us back to equilibrium. Without further ado, there will be more episodes of Tech That Builds Wealth, everyone. I currently am working on a major project. I have an episode ready to go, and we are also with our hands busy in GodTLC Car Ride Along, as well as GodTLC and Chill, as well as other projects that we work on. But we are working very hard to produce another episode, which it's there, everyone. It's like almost ready to be published of Tech That Builds Wealth. If you haven't, feel free to check out that. It is currently available for you to stream live on our channel, Got TLC, Got Tender Love and Care. And without further ado, here on Got TLC and Chill, let's open up the panel. I will start right away with a tab that I want to share with you all so that we can just become a little bit more acquainted with what I've been up to forever, right? So I do have a playlist of some of the songs that I've been working on, songs that I've published, created, own the copyright to, and I've spoken a lot about Antaratman from our album God, Heaven, Earth, and as well as other songs. But I'm going to actually go to a song that is on a different album, from actually our God TLC album. We're gonna chat with each other, talk, dialogue, and as well as play me some music. This is also a study session, so feel free to study along with me or work alongside me. I will play that for you, everyone. Make sure to subscribe in three, two, one. Let's start it. Let's start it.
Chakra, chakra, what's your chakra? Chakra, chakra, what's your chakra? Chakra, chakra, what's your chakra? Root red, sacral orange, solar yellow, heart green, throat blue, third eye indigo, crown violet. Chakra, 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 what's your chakra? Chakra, chakra, what's your chakra? Chakra, chakra, what's your chakra? Root is basic security, sacral creativity, solar power and will, chill, heart is love, throat communication, third eye intuition, crown is enlightenment, chakra vitamin, chakra, chakra, what's your chakra? Chakra, chakra, what's your chakra? Chakra, chakra, what's your chakra? Abundance abounds, you totally got this. Getting lit, retell it like it is. Life at a glance, can you feel it? Smiles for miles, heal it and redeem it. Chakra, chakra, what's your chakra? Chakra, chakra, what's your chakra? Chakra, chakra, what's your chakra? I am that I am, burn it up to burn it down. Power shield and know thyself. Positivity RX, I love myself. Shout your truth, use your voice. voice, eye-opening affirmations be the change, your candle flame, contemplation. Chakra.
So yeah, I hear it. All right. So that was a little bit of chakra chakra. So chakra chakra is a song that I created post God, Heaven, Earth, the album. I'm gonna keep playing it. I'm working with the gears a little bit, working with the sounds. That is, we will get back to equilibrium. Now, as I troubleshoot here the controls a bit, I've noted that every single stream that we produce is a little bit different. Have you noted that? Play.
Chakra. What's your chakra? Chakra, chakra. What's your chakra?
Yep.
Chakra,
Chakra. What's your chakra? Chakra, chakra. What's your chakra? All right, so that is very, very good news. The good news is that as I'm setting up all the sounds here, I mean, this is a works in progress, as you all know. We are all about learning on the job. But you do need the skills to get you there. The skills to get you to a place where you can keep on with professional development. So hopefully you have a good view of chakra chakra. We're going to keep playing it, keep studying. I'll add my tidbits, pause the song if need be, but otherwise enjoy.
Chakra, chakra.
What's your chakra?
Chakra, chakra. What's your chakra?
Chakra chakra. What's your chakra?
Chakra, chakra. What's your chakra? Chakra, chakra. What's your chakra? Chakra, chakra. What's your chakra?
I'm actually going to pause it right there for you, everyone, because there is something that I am going to bring you. And that's a song, classic. And then we're going to go back to this right here. There we go. You should be able to see it better. Let me know how it sounds, everyone, in the chat. All right. Here we go, sounding much better. let's see what we're currently at right now, everyone. Just turn it down just a little bit. Yeah, I think we're in a sweet spot. We're in a sweet spot, everyone. We're in a sweet spot that I am much enjoying right now. We're gonna keep it at that sweet spot. It's hard to get to sweet spots, but this is a sweet spot that we are going to keep, and I am going to actually navigate over to our song here. And it's just very important for me to produce music and content that reflects me. And I remember playing this out loud. You all know that one show where musicians get on. I think it's called something about a tiny room concert or something like that. Well, I did something like that for this song, and I got a lot of great positive feedback. Bailando parejamas, somos dos almas. Now, I will play a song later. I just wanted to give you all just a little bit of what I've been working on here. These have all been saved. You all have access to these. So thank you so much for listening to a little bit and troubleshooting with me. As you all know, I am the host of Tech that Builds Wealth, and it's all about experimentation and having patience. So you got to see how I work under pressure. I mean, I take my time and I use opportunities to learn and grow, and that's what I want you to do. So you saw that I didn't get the result that I wanted immediately, and we kept at it and we kept at it, and we got ourselves to a sweet spot where if I were to share with you, which we will, we'll take interludes and I play music that I own the copyright to, you'll be able to see how um, I flow, the lyrics, how I collaborate with other musicians, and I'm always about bringing people up. So any musician, artist, creative, any business person that I've ever worked with, I'm always trying to, I'm always working toward making sure that we uh, improve and evolve. That's what I'm huge about. So here I got TLC and Show. I just wanted to share that with you so you can see part of my work in the lab as an engineer, sound engineer, and also as a content creator, as a documentarian, as a host, etc. So I've gotten to a point where I'm very excited about the next phase of God Tender Loving Care. We are so close to 1,000 subscribers. I mean, very, very close. As you all know, there are many benefits to participating, to being a subscriber. At 1,000 subscribers, we will have a launch party, meaning that there will be an opportunity for you all to possibly win awards. And the very first time we will do that will be during that 1,000 subscriber mark. Now, there's so much stuff going on in the world that we're going to have a conversation. Hopefully, it's a dialogue between you and me. If this has been streamed and posted and I'm no longer live on this particular um, venue, right? This particular stream, always leave a comment. If comment ever becomes unavailable, I want you to email me. Easy email, gottenderlovingcare@gmail.com. You can find it different spots on our website. We are operating and streaming from YouTube, but we also have a Twitch and GitHub, Discord, as well as other social media sites that you can explore. Without further ado, everyone, as you all know, I've been streaming a little bit more than I have in the past, and just showing you a little in-depth sliver of my life and what I'm up to on a day-to-day basis. I mean, you get to see the workouts, the training that I do, my mentorship, my parenting, my animal rescue, and many different projects. I also welcome you all to join God Tender Loving Care if you ever want to be on our podcast and tell your story. It does mean the world to me for you to entrust me with, just interviewing you. So if you're live in the chat, comments, or know anyone who has an interesting story to tell, I would love to have them on our program. And always consistently collaborating with many different artists, creatives, professionals, um, and reporting back. I mean, we did a little bit of new reporting on the news this past week with the tornadoes that went on all around us. And that was a doozy. I mean, we were definitely affected by that tornado. It definitely was something that was not it wasn't fun, right? It wasn't a fun thing. It wasn't, it was very stressful. So, in the world of news, everyone, I just want to share with you something that I myself have interest in, and that is what's going on in the world right now. And this isn't a GodTLC news session or episode of Blurb, but I do want to provide you a chance just to get to know what's going on in the world. So, without further ado, I am going to show you. We're going to transition from our music just a little bit, not a lot, baby girl, just a little bit, into something that is near and dear to my heart, and that's just capturing the moment of time and reality. Whenever this was streamed, the most relevant stuff in the world is this right here, which I am sharing with you, broadcasting on GodTLC. If you are on the one camera operation, go check out uh, the multi-camera, multi-monitor video stream. So as you all notice, sometimes there are multiple videos streamed for the same content. That's because I always want to make sure captions are available to you. And it might be available to you on this one or the next one. But there's a strange thing that YouTube does where it'll take some videos and caption them, add auto captions, but then some of them it won't. So I want to provide people who are deaf and hard of hearing or who lip read an opportunity to access this information as well. So everyone, let's see what's going on in the world. The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask earned its place in gaming canon 25 years. Goodbye, Meal Kits. Hello, Hunger Root. Amazon says displaying tariff costs not going to happen after White House blowout. U.S. fighter jet rolls off. Aircraft carrier sinks into ocean. Navy says the U.S. island with no cars and one horse for every person. Best ways to earn passive income. On TikTok, preparing for a recession is a vibe. Ask a pro what is a lifetime gift. So these are just some of the talking points out in the world, and something that, just a lot of stuff always pops up on these. The Guardian is on here, life hacks, and a lot of just very useful information. So if any of you are interested in talking about these, chatting about these, I am open to dialogue. And without further ado, we're going to head back to our music. Music being something very just a meditative zone. I'm going to share with you all the rest of this song. Let me know in the comments. What do you think? What is your opinion? Do you catch on? Do you understand the language that's being spoken here, etc.? All about dialogue.
La música eterno no se hunde, salsa en la noche, ritmo y pasión, con el eco del corazón, nuestra canción, baila conmigo corazón y razón, salsa y emoción, pura sensación de la isla, la noche se desvanece, pero nuestro ritmo persiste, salsa y emoción existe, esta melodía está buena, viste, esta canción de amor, fuego ardiente, salsa y emoción, un final emocionante. Salsa en la noche, ritmo y pasión, con el eco del corazón, nuestra canción,
Yeah.
baila conmigo corazón y razón, salsa y
Hopefully the song is
emoción,
good
pura
for you.
sensación de la isla. Salsa en la noche, ritmo y pasión, con el eco del corazón, nuestra canción, baila conmigo corazón y razón, salsa y emoción, pura sensación.
One moment.
De la isla.
There we go.
Salsa
Let
en
me know
la
if you can
noche,
see it now.
ritmo y pasión, con el eco del corazón, nuestra canción, baila conmigo corazón y razón, salsa y emoción, pura sensación de la isla. Salsa en la noche, ritmo y pasión, con el eco del corazón, nuestra canción, baila conmigo corazón y razón, salsa y emoción, pura sensación de la isla. Salsa en la noche, ritmo y pasión, con el
Eco del corazón, nuestra pasión.
baila conmigo corazón y razón, salsa y emoción, pura sensación
De la isla.
salsa en la noche, ritmo y pasión, con el eco del corazón.
de la isla.
Salsa en la noche, ritmo y pasión. Con el eco del corazón, nuestra canción. Baila conmigo, corazón y razón. Salsa y emoción, pura sensación. De la isla.
And I'm just gonna let it keep playing.
Yeah. Shout out to Krishna the Consciousness. GodTLC. God tender loving care.
Okay, good.
In a world of disparities, we strive to change, breaking down barriers. It's time to rearrange. Privilege is a shadow we must all confront. Together we'll build bridges, no one left to taunt. Let's stand together as one, we'll unite. For justice and equality, we'll fight the good fight. With love.
Now I'm gonna pause it right there because it is actually a song that is near and dear to my heart. It is a song that I just, feeling a certain way, very spoken poetry, and just wanted to do everything and doing everything possible to be positive. Now let me know if any of you have experience with that. It was a song that I remember recording, and it was just a very good vibe, a very good moment in my career where I was experimenting with different themes. And not that I was inspired by one group or another or a certain like musician, but when I think back at that song, I get rock and roll, pop, hip hop, rap, spoken word poetry. I definitely get that vibe. And as I mentioned on the previous stream, I've been in, I've always been the person who's known my lyrics and everyone else's lyrics if we're performing, like the leader of the group, just natural born leader. And recently, I've had to work a little bit more to um, make sure I have all the lyrics, good and memorized and all that. And the only thing is that because I've been working on other projects, like wearing my other hat, but I know that that hat is right there, right? So I performed around the world, and let me tell you, there is something exhilarating about performing. You definitely feel the energy of the crowd, and it's just like this swaying spirit. And you, as a musician or the person on the stage, is the one guiding everyone. It's always been a very, very good time. Can definitely attest to all the positivity that I've experienced performing. I know that I would have not gotten as far in my career if it wasn't for all of the support that I've gotten from um, people in my family. During one of my first concerts ever, and not concerts that I did when I was young, right? I used to win competitions as a dancer, and just as a kid dancer, I used to love my music, my bachata, merengue, salsa, and all of that. Hip hop came way later, and but I remember one of the biggest supporters in my life was my mother. I remember when one of my first concerts, I was just putting my music out there, putting my music out in the world, and I was approached by someone who ran a venue, or one of the biggest venues in the city or the state. And I remember thinking, whoa, is this real? Am I getting signed early? And it was just, it was in a way a dream come true. I remember part of it was helping the venue to sell tickets, making yourself marketable, and promoting yourself. But I remember being like they heard my music, they saw the influence that I had on the community, and they brought me on. And there were musicians before me. I had no idea. They were just controlling the entire setup, and I was, part of the main show. And when I found that out, I let everyone know. I kept right on working. I didn't derail from my work. I just kept on going. It was an opportunity of a lifetime. And I remember thinking at that moment, I am going to give opportunity to everyone around me. Everyone around me is going to get an opportunity from me. And I brought people on who I used to, collaborated with in music, and I made sure they got their cut of the, of a paycheck because I was getting paid for that. And I wanted to make sure everyone was taken care of, and they knew that, hey, I'm not doing this for the money. The money is great, but I'm doing this because I have a passion. This music is a passion of mine. The spoken word poetry that I'm performing every single week or month, all around. is a passion project. And someone recently asked me on God TLC and Chill, how can I get, make something of myself on YouTube or entrepreneurship using this venue, right? This medium of technology, YouTube being a software. And I had to like bounce out, right? This was in the middle of the tornado, but I did give them some advice before I left. I said, make sure you're working on your passion project. And passion a lot of times will guide you. If you have a love for what you're doing, then you will never regret it. So always love what you're working on. Never let anyone else tell you you can't do anything or derail your dreams. And always be prepared to defend your work. I always tell people don't take yourself seriously, but your work should always be taken very, very seriously because it reflects who you are, what you come from. It's your work ethic, it's your blood, sweat, and tears. And that was my advice. So I'm also sharing a little bit more of that advice here on God TLC and Chill. And it's the advice that I give to anyone, whether or not you're a subscriber here on my channel, whether I meet you out in person on site. It's something that it just is me. And that's the advice, I would give my younger self is to keep working, hard work ethic, build your portfolio. As I mentioned on our podcast, Tech That Builds Wealth, it isn't about verses. It isn't about, that's why, I'm a yogi as well. It isn't about competing against others. It's about making sure that you are your best possible self and version. So that would be my advice is that it's not about verses. Like one of the best examples I can give is pulling from that recent podcast, Tech That Builds Wealth, in that there was a conversation out in the world about degrees versus certifications versus what's the other thing, experience. Well, it's not versus in my world. In my world, it's and. That degree is going to make my certification stand out. That experience is going to make my degree stand out. And it's a symbiotic relationship, something that just helps out all the time, right? So, I mean, it was just a very good conversation that we had here on God Tender Loving Care. And I wanted to say more about that. Um, but I needed to check out on the tornado. This was a very, very major tornado that, I mean, really affected everyone in society. But I'm glad that we got to update the news, right? Update what's going on. You got to see that we focus on gamification, on what's going on in the government and politics and religion, and be here being open-minded. I mean, you see all the books we have here. I am a collector of books and a bibliophile. I mean, if you have a good book and suggestion, feel free to share it here. I got Tender Loving Care. I will share that with our God Tender Loving Care community. If you are an author, I would love to hear and see and experience your books. For me, books are about an experience, it being an immersive experience. So today was actually a very, very, very long day. I felt drained. Um, but I also felt like hopeful and drained just because of the tornado stuff that's been going on. So that is the gist of what we've been up to. I mean, I want to tell you all that we're safe here on God Tender Loving Care. I know we're all going through so much, and I just wanted to share this very unique episode using a lot of the equipment from the podcast. Anytime I can use that professional equipment and talk to you all with sound, quality pristine. I will always do that. Sometimes I'm on the move and I set up the cameras as I can and we just go at it. But today was just a very good session. Everyone, thank you for joining. Make sure to subscribe and like. You may be that lucky winner at 1,000 subscribers. And if we've passed 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 above and forward, thank you. I hope that you took some knowledge, some piece of information that will help you out. And know if you're going through tough times don't last, but tough people do. And every tough moment or bad time is temporary. Always look toward the good. Be in the mode of goodness. God is good. Thank you, everyone, for joining today. God Tender Love and Care. I am God TLC, and this is an episode of God TLC and Chill.